So if you want your tires to last, it's a good idea to rotate your tires every 6,000 miles. So what you do is just put the front tire on the back and the back tire on the front. Right now let's jack up one side of this car. If one wheel is wearing more than another one, switching this will get rid of that and make them wear even. You want to make sure you have jack stands securely on the frame, which is right there. Since we have an impact wrench, we can jack the car up, then take the wheels off, but if you had just a normal breaker bar, you'd want to have it on the ground, then break the lug nuts loose. Then you could jack it up and take them off the rest of the way. And there we go. Whenever you're taking stuff off with an impact hammer, you have to use a high impact socket because the other ones will just break. And these ones can shatter, but they're a lot harder, so you want to always make sure you're wearing earmuffs and safety glasses. They put this lug nut on way too tight, so we're gonna have to use the bigger impact hammer. Now let's use the big one. There it goes. Way easier. Sometimes to get the wheels off, you just have to kick them. Sometimes to get these wheels off, you have to just kick them. There we go. Let's kick it off. Whenever the wheel's off, it's always a good time to inspect the brakes and the rotors. They both look good. Since they torqued the other ones that tight, I bet you these ones are too, so we're gonna use the big one. And they're supposed to be torqued to 80 foot-pounds, but these definitely weren't. I really like these magnetic trays. You can get real cheap at Harbor Freight because they really help you from not losing all your bolts and stuff like that. Now let's karate kick this one off. Who needs lug nuts? The very next kick it came off, so I must have loosened it with all the other kicks. If you look at the two treads, you can tell that on this front wheel, there's a lot less tread than on the back wheel that has a lot more, and that's because on almost all front-wheel drive cars, the front wheels wear more. So if you put a penny in the tread of the tire, it's still covering Lincoln's head just a little bit, but on this wheel back here, there's a lot more tread, and that's why we're switching them, so that this one will get less wear and then this one will get more wear. The brakes and rotors look good, but there is a little bit of grooving, but we still have plenty of pad left. To get these wheels on is normally pretty tricky, but if you slide your feet under it so it raises it just a little bit, it makes it a little easier to slide the wheels on, although it's never an easy process. And there we go. Whenever you put the lug nuts on, make sure to put them on hand tight and not with a wrench, because that would be very bad if you strip them out. Whenever you're putting the wheel on, to make sure it doesn't go on cockeyed, put it on in a star pattern so the wheel will go on evenly. Let's just snug these so we can get it down to the ground to torque it. We're going to do this in a star pattern. Now that we got this one snugged up, we're going to go ahead and put the front wheel on. A little way to get the wheel on a little easier is look at what position the lugs are in, and then look at the holes here and try to line those up with the lugs right there. That might help you put the wheels on. And that went on a lot easier. Just do the exact same thing to this wheel that you did with the other wheel. Once you take the jack stands out of the car, you can go ahead and lower it so we can torque them. This is a $15 torque wrench from Harbor Freight, and I know airplane mechanics that have been using the same wrench for 15 years, and it still works great for them. To use this torque wrench, just loosen the nut on the bottom and spin this up to 80 foot-pounds, or whatever your torque is going to be. And back just a little bit. So right there is 80 foot-pounds. Now let's torque the lug nuts. This is a clicker style torque wrench, so whenever you put it in here, make sure you have it in there good. You hold the handle and push down, and whenever it clicks, you know you have the right torque. And there it is. Whenever you torque this, make sure to torque it in the star pattern. And make sure not to forget the back wheel. And do the exact same thing for the other side. So I hope this video is useful. If it was, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.